Continuing from where we left off last time, the Dasara festival had just got over, 1978. The next day morning, the morning bhajans were about to start. Suddenly, I saw one of my juniors, Sivashankar Sai, going into the interview room. I too got up and ran. At the door, the student who was doing duty announced my name and Swami asked him to send me in. When I went in, Swami looked at me and said, ఏమిరా ఇక్కడ ఇంకా 5-6 రోజులు ఉండి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తారా? Will you stay here for 5 to 6 days and practice? Swami had told Kamadani Garu to teach us Rudram. Our winter holidays were beginning, and it was at that point we got to know that Swami was planning to go to Brindavan. Swamiతో వస్తాం స్వామి we want to come with you స్వామి. లేదు కామాదాని చెప్తున్నారే. Swami had asked Kamadani Garu to teach us, and how will you ఎట్లా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తారు, how will you practice? He is going to teach you and he stays here. Then we told Swami that, Swami, we want to come with you. Swami said, అయితే టేప్ చేసుకుని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. Tape it and practice. And Swami knew Kamadani Garu's orthodox methods would not allow this. So gently Swami signaled to us that he would explain to him. Kamadani Garu would always look down and keep chanting something and doing Pad Seva to Swami. And he was not looking up, so Swami could signal to us that he would explain. Swami gently started the topic by saying, Kamadani, what are the other names by which Vedas are known? He said, Vedas are called as Shruti. Why is it called Shruti? Swami, because it's learnt by listening, Kamadani Garu said. So Swami explained to him, asked him if he tapes and gives, the students would hear and learn. Then Swami got his okay. Kamadani Garu said, okay Swami, they can learn it that way. That way Swami made sure that we would also be able to come to Brindavan and we would also learn Rudram. బాగా నేర్చుకోండి, బర్త్డే టైం ఇక్కడ నుంచి ప్రొసెషన్లో చెప్పాలి. He said learn properly because during the birthday, this was the month of October, so Swami wanted us to learn by November so that in the procession we would be able to chant. The topic turned to animal sacrifices. Swami said, నేను ఆ రోజు చెప్పినట్లు, the other day I mentioned, animal sacrifices are not the ones that make the Lord happy. మనలో ఉన్న పశుగుణాలని హతం చేయాలి, కానీ ప్రాణం తీస్తే దేవుడు ఎప్పుడూ సంతోషించడు. He said, the animal qualities which are there within us, these are the ones that need to be sacrificed. By killing animals, how can God be happy? This is what Swami said. And then it was time for the bhajans had started, so Swami gave us namaskar and sent us. Later, before going upstairs after morning lunch, Swami said, all of you come in the evening. At 4:30 p.m. he asked all of us to come into the bhajan hall. As we sat close to him, he gave us an informal discourse without a mic, in which he said he had called us all because he wanted to give us something to eat. He had been giving those who were on duty in the veranda every day, and he said that I thought of all of you and that's why I called. In the discourse, Swami said, all are abalas in this world. The Lord alone is Purusha. So not even one of you has completely understood my love, he said. All of you are same for me. He then gave the example of a mother of 4 children. He compared the child in the cradle to the Jnani. The mother attends to this child completely as the child is totally dependent on him. This is how you must all become. He indicates total surrender. You should totally surrender to the Lord. Then He will attend to you completely. Then Swami said, in 3 to 4 years, the crowds around me will be so much that you will have to see me from far. You are all so lucky to be near. You limit me to this 5 feet body. This is the mistake. He said, don't do this mistake. Only my body is 5 feet, not me. You have not understood this as you have not completely surrendered to me. You still have some worldly desires. If you surrender to me completely, your life will have a smooth flow. Swami then distributed laddu and mixture and asked us to eat. And then he conveyed to us that he would be taking us tomorrow to Brindavan. We were all very thrilled. Though we had been told to be ready by 5 a.m., by 3 a.m. itself all the students were up and had finished their baths, and by 3:30 all of us had loaded the buses with our luggage. We could only start at 6 a.m. Swami came out on the balcony at 5:30 itself to give darshan to all of us. We travelled for some 2 hours and then stopped. Swami came in the Benz. We then moved into the reserve forest, which was there between Bangalore. It was part of the green belt, which was introduced at that time by the government. Swami was moving around freely, and as he was moving around, I asked Swami permission to click his feet. Swami stood still as I clicked with my ISOLE 3 camera. Swami then said that he had brought breakfast for us. Upma made in the South Indian canteen was there in the boot of the Benz car. So it was opened, the boot was opened and the upma was taken out. Swami asked that all the boys be served. All of us were served in paper plates. Swami also had a morsel of the upma. It was served on the plates, and Swami held it and just had a morsel and said, "Bagaledu, it's not nice." And with mischief in his eyes, he asked, "Meeku kavala, do you want this?" And even before Swami could complete the sentence, we were all helping ourselves to upma from Swami's plate. As Swami held the plate, we ate. Okay. As we were going towards the bus, we prayed that Swami should get into the bus. "There is no place in the bus, is it not?" Swami asked the question of the driver of the bus. He was a totally new person. He just told Swami very innocently, "Endukalaga adugutunnavu? Why do you ask like that? If there is no place and you want to come, we will make place for you." That clinched the issue and Swami got into our bus. After the bus started and we were travelling, some students played on the flute as Swami played on the talam. We asked him to sing. He sang Bhavabhaya Harana, Shiraddi Sayana, then Govinda Krishna Jai, Narayana Bhajanarayan, and so many such bhajans. I happened to be next to Swami, and when he sang Govinda Krishna Jai, I took my darki and started playing my kanjira. Suddenly Swami looked straight into my eye, snatched the kanjira from my hands and started playing it himself. After playing for some time, he returned it to me and I continued playing. Swami suddenly said, "Is my car coming?" The car was not in sight, and those at the back said, "No, Swami, it's not coming." Swami then closed his eyes and said, "Yes, it is." And immediately it came into sight. Swami got down and went into the other bus and spent some time there. We reached Brindavan at 11 a.m. In the evening, we had a sitting in the veranda. We had bhajans. Swami had gone to see some plot of land, and on the way he had seen two of our students walking. He stopped the car and brought them to Brindavan with him. On the 23rd of October, in the morning, Swami came down and stood near the portico. He came straight to the portico and saluted us in that sweet fashion. We were all so thrilled. Yesterday, Brahmashri Sistla Chandamoli Shastigaru had given a speech. Swami referred to that and asked us, "Etla unindi aina speech nanna?" How was his speech yesterday? We expressed our ecstasy at hearing the speech and our joy at hearing the speech. Swami said, quoting from him, "Krishna had 16,000 wives. Yes, yet he was called a brahmachari. How is this?" Swami said, "Krishna is love. The gopikas are lust. Lust plus love is still love only. He is nivriti. They are pravriti. Whatever he did to give happiness to others, and there was no selfishness involved in anything that he did. He was always immersed in Brahman. Hence, he was a brahmachari." In the speech, Chandamoli Shastigaru had mentioned about Durvasa. Durvasa ate all the hundreds of plates of sweets taken by the gopikas to him. And yet, when their boat was not moving and they came to him, he said, "Just say if Durvasa is a Nityo Upavasi, then your boat will move." And when they just said this, the boat started moving. Swami said, "How is it?" Because right in front of them they had seen him eating hundreds of plates of sweet. But how can he be a Nitya Upavasi? Swami said, because he believed and felt that it was the Vaishvanara in him who was eating, not himself. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva. You should also feel like that. Not merely repeat the sloka. You are only doing arpan to the God inside you. As Swami kept talking to us, he kept going forward and looking at the gate expectantly. Swami then called a sevadal. This had happened repeatedly, and Swami continued with the conversation. But at one point, Swami called the sevadal and asked him to call the gentleman who was standing near the gate. This person was out of sight to all of us, but not to Swami. The person turned out to be Sri V.K. Narasimhan, the editor of Deccan Herald. He had come to Brindavan just after the emergency the previous year, and he later on became the editor of Sanatan Sarthi. He was a very well-read gentleman, widely travelled, had interviewed all the top leaders of the day, the President of the United States, the Prime Minister of UK, and the President of the USSR, and so on, the head of the USSR, whatever the designation. And the person, this person was telling Swami, "Swami, I was chanting 2 particular slokas of Vishnu Sahasranamam, praying for you to respond to me, Swami, because the Sevadal would not allow me to come forward. Even as he was telling this, Swami interrupted him and said, Yes, yes, that is why I called you and said, Narasimhan, come. Swami then stressed that we should see the Antaratham, the inner meaning in things. We will continue with this in the next session.